No, I don't want to learn more. I just want to eat. Is this? All right. First and foremost, I just want y'all to know that God is the most important thing in life. You are the most important thing in your life. God is within you and everyone else, you should assume. Um, Definitely understand the difference between Jesus and Satan, though, because God is top. Jesus is not equivalent, and neither is Satan to God. God is literally in control of like both of them. Satan was like his favorite angel at one point. Yeah, but then he was like, "You're bad. You need to go over here." um, but yeah, make sure y'all discern people's spirits. I'm gonna eat this little one because it's poking out, sticking out to me. Um, so I'm 32 weeks pregnant today, and one day today, which is really exciting. I'm so anxious to give birth. Today is August 11th, and as some people already know, um, last year on August 12th is when I delivered my son, Liam, as a stillborn. And today, a year ago, technically, is when I found out that he had passed away when I was at my OB appointment, which is crazy because 2 weeks before that, I literally was in the hospital twice getting told, like, oh, you have anxiety, that's it. Yeah. So this pregnancy, I've been like a nervous wreck, especially when I don't feel my daughter moving, because I could feel the flutters around like 16 weeks pretty consistently. So when I didn't feel them after that time, I kept getting nervous. So I've been literally in the ER calling my doctor 24/7. And since what happened last time happened, this time they're more like, yeah, everything looks fine, but definitely if it continues to get worse, come back. Like, come back. Don't ever feel the need not to come back if you feel like you need to come back. I'm like, okay. Because that's the opposite of what they made me feel like last time. Last time, they gave me like weird attitudes. Like, girl, you were just here last week and you were fine. And the baby was indeed not fine. But yeah, so this time it's more like, yeah, come back tomorrow if you want to. Come back tonight if you want to. Like, yeah, thanks. Um, but yeah, I'm really excited for my daughter. I'm really excited for everything that God has in store for me. I've been through so much in life. Like, literally, I've been through. If you have ever read the book A Child Called It, like, me and my siblings, especially my little sister, well, actually both of them, but one of them more than the other one. Like, we've been through a lot. So that's why I just say, like, God is the most important thing. Because if it wasn't for me literally calling out to God at my lowest point in life, when big changes were happening and I didn't know like what to do next, and him answering me, actually, I wouldn't be where I'm at today, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. Like, ever since I was 14, I knew I wanted to be a mom. I knew that my greatest aspiration in life was to become a mom and be a great mom, because I know that I am a woman who would be a great mom. And yes, I'm eating these crab legs with nothing because I don't like dirty, messy seafood boils and stuff. I really don't. Plus, I actually like the seafood. So I want the fresh taste of it. It's salty. Not salty, salty, but salty. Enough. My favorite part about my life right now is all of the changes that I've made, all of the new people and the community of people that I have in my life that makes me feel better, especially my church. My church and the people there. And it's crazy because I went out of town and I was like living out of town for like 6 weeks, maybe 7 weeks. And it just wasn't the same. Even though it was my church and I was at a different church that wasn't my church or a part of my church. And it was good and it was nice and I felt the spirit and everything. It just wasn't my people. Like my church and my community of people is like my favorite part. Like I really, really love them. I've grown to know like some amazing families in the area that I live that I haven't like, you never knew them before. Never heard of them or anything. Never heard of me. But they have literally like they've been there for me. When I lost my son last year, literally this week a year ago, I didn't notice this at the time, but me and my husband, who was my boyfriend at the time back then, we weren't eating. We were depressed and we were going through a lot. Like, we were going through so much that we weren't eating. We were literally like, the days were just falling apart, like falling away. And I didn't notice that we weren't eating until one day, one of the families from my church, they brought us dinner. Like, they brought us dinner. And I was like, and actually his parents, his stepmom and his sisters, they brought us dinner the first night home, which was on August 13th. They brought us dinner that night and we ate, and we really didn't have a big appetite, honestly, but we ate that night. But after that, we weren't eating until someone from church literally brought us food. And it's so crazy because we were so down in the dumps and we were going through things that, like, our home didn't feel like home anymore. I didn't know where we were at. We didn't know each other anymore. And I remember some of the things that brought life back into my spirit at that time. And it was some flowers, some lilies that his stepmom and sisters brought us the night that we came home from the hospital. And they had this really strong, amazing smell. And every morning when I woke up, like, the whiff of the lilies would give me hope. Like, they gave me life. And eventually, obviously, they died. But for the time that they lived in our house, which was probably longer than they probably should have, they were giving me life. Their scent was giving me life through all of the bad things that was going on. And then when our church friends brought us dinner, that gave me life too. It like put me back into perspective. Like, life isn't over. Like, we still got stuff to do. There's still things to be done. And I'm so thankful for the people at my church who thought about us during that time enough to come by and like think that we would need something like that, because we honestly did. And then it's funny because I remember when we got the second dinner, which was spaghetti and salad and stuff, I was like, okay, we have to give them their silverware back, and they're like, not silverware, but their Tupperware and all that kind of stuff. And we were so down in the dumps, though. I promise you, I don't think we ever gave it back. And if we did, I don't remember giving it back. Like, that whole part of my life is like a little, like, furry memory. But I definitely remember the parts that brought me back to life. It's 4:44 on the clock. Definitely thank you for the protection, God. But I'm really excited because I know God, ever since I was a kid, I knew God had big things for me in life. Like, I knew that I was part of a special collective, which everybody in life, God has his hands on. Like, everybody is part of a special collective. But, like, finding out your special collective is really important, and it's breathtaking, it's refreshing. And I feel like not all the way, but definitely to an extent, I found my lane, my like soul mission, soul purpose, like all of that. My destiny. There we go. And it's crazy because I feel like I found it, but I'm not even there yet. And it's so crazy because I'm not there yet, and I can tell I'm not there yet all the way. But every single thing that I've been through in life thus far, and every piece of like growth that I've gone through thus far, it's putting me in the position to be who I need to be for my soul mission, my destiny, all that kind of stuff. And I can tell that my voice is part of that destiny. Speaking for sure, and understanding and translating concepts and ideas and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm excited about that. Again, I don't know exactly where it's at because I'm not there yet, but I'm there. Like, I can feel it. And then now I'm 32 weeks pregnant with my daughter. I can feel her. You know, she's going to be here. I'm going to give birth to a baby girl. And she's going to have a beautiful life as well, because my soul has done lots of things thus far to get into position. And I'm really excited. I'm really excited for the weird chaos that's about to happen in this world. We can already tell this is what's going to happen. And I can tell that a lot of people had this like spiritual awakening back during COVID because they needed to be woke during this time because of what's in the future. Like, some stuff is about to go down. I don't know what's about to go down, but I definitely think that all of the things in society that have become like super big recently foreshadows it. This election coming up, Donald Trump versus Joe was like okay, I might vote for Trump. Like, I don't know about Joe. Like, you gonna have us voting for Trump or the independent, which right now I'm pretty sure it's Robert F. Kennedy. But now it's Donald Trump against Kamala Harris. And it's like, oh, that's just her. Duh. Her. Is there a question? Her. I'm sorry, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., but I don't know you. I don't know anything about you. And that's a reason why I would have voted for Trump against Joe, because I don't know anything about Joe. Donald Trump, now we know his little crazy self. But I like his little crazy self to an extent because I know him. We are in the time of technology. We're in the age of Aquarius too, like more technology. Anybody trying to be in high positions when it comes to society and they're not aware of social media and they're not aware of things going on online where everything is shown uncensored, like, I don't trust them. And I ain't gonna lie, between Donald Trump and Kamala, I'm not sure if I believe that Kamala is more social media and tech savvy than Trump. Trump got he got banned from, what was it, Twitter? Elon Musk banned him. Or whoever. Like, that's crazy. Like, One thing about life I'm really, really, really like awakened to right now is that you might not like people, you might not like their opinions, but you gotta respect their audacity sometimes. You gotta respect their drive and their determination. You gotta respect their voice. You gotta respect that spirit within other people that shines. Like, because there's so many people on this planet who aren't utilizing that. So I respect everybody that's utilizing their spirit, and more so when they aren't doing it in an evil way. Because you can tell someone who's just like bad or like just not there all the way sometimes between someone who's like evil, who like literally is evil. You can tell. Well, I can tell. I don't know. Some people can't tell, but I can tell. Sonia Massey could tell. And I'm mad that Sean Grayson's partner couldn't tell. He just let that stuff go down the way it did. Even though the video's at normal speed, I guess I can give him the benefit of the doubt that it was like everything did happen pretty fast. But no, that's what I think we're in right now. We're in a spiritual war, and it's becoming more physical each and every day. And when it's your turn, you cannot be like, you can't be slacking right now, because you're going to have a turn. Everybody that's alive right now is going to have a turn. You know how the saying, we all die one day? Like, that means that all of us face judgment one day. Like, it's not going to always be at the same time. It's not going to 100% be at the same time, like some people like put out there. But for sure, we all are going to have judgment. We're all going to face that external power. And I think more and more today we are seeing it happen, especially because we have online, we have social media. And that's what I mean by, I don't want to not know who the people are in the government that are running stuff. Like, for example, the Supreme Court, Congress, all the people in the House and the Senate. Like, I want to know them. Where I live at right now, I be on social media, and I don't see nobody from the election, whoever's going to be on ballots and stuff like that, whoever's running. I don't see nobody on social media. And if they do be on social media, they need better marketing people, because a better marketing team, because for social media, because I promise you, other than their signs sending people yards, I don't see, like, there's no connection. And I'm not going to vote for somebody I don't feel like a connection to. That's like right now, I have a YouTube channel. Anybody in my life that have ever known me literally can go on YouTube, look my name up, and like they can look at videos and see more of me that they probably never knew. They definitely didn't know. Anybody that meet me in life right now can look my name up and they'll see I have a YouTube channel. And I'm very thankful for the number that it say I have of subscribers, because it kind of like makes people interested even more. You know, y'all don't be engaged and all like that, but that's fine. I don't do it for the engagement. I do it because I like documenting my life. I like documenting the stages of life that I'm in. I like documenting things that I like. And I like documenting things that I don't like too. So, yeah. So, my YouTube channel is literally like my life. It's like the seasons. Like if I was on Keeping Up with like if I had a show like Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Like, they can't take anything back that they've already put out and already did and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah. But you can definitely look at what they got going on now instead of what they had going on a long time ago. If you want to, because they're still going at it. And that's what I like about my YouTube channel. That's what I like about YouTube in general, because you literally have a channel. It's your life. You can do whatever you want with it. And like I said, this is just where I put everything. Literally, I've had like 3 or 4 TikTok accounts right now, and that's the app that I use to like make my videos and make content and stuff. I use TikTok because it has better editing features. It has like filters, and it has like that's where everybody at, honestly. But the technology is top tier. I come on live for my YouTube channel because I want to keep it up, and also because I can go live on here, and it could be however long I want. I couldn't do that on TikTok because all the TikToks that I ran up and had a lot of followers and stuff, they got took down, got banned because I was talking my sugar honey iced tea. Speaking of that, I like Lotto's song, Blick song, on her album. The beat is nice. The concept is really nice too. These crab legs are really good. I'm in love with them. I haven't had crab legs in a while. Wait, is that even true? Hold on. Yeah, it's true. But yeah, I want everybody in life to love their lives. Like, if you don't love your life, depending on how old you are, it could be your fault. You literally have to make life whatever you want it to be. You got to go out there. You got to, first of all, what is it called? Doing your own work, self-work, like healing your trauma. You know, if you need therapy, give yourself whatever kind of therapy you need. If you don't like sitting around with somebody else for therapy, writing, praying, like just talking, you can like help yourself. I self-heal myself. Like, for example, when I was a kid, my home life was really chaotic. I was the oldest of 6 kids with a single mom. And, baby, I needed a break so many times. And like, at first I thought I really just hated myself, hated my life, and hated everything. But that really wasn't true. It was just that I had no life, no outlet. So I used to go to the hospital. Like, I used to go to the psych ward. Actually, the first time I ever went to the psych ward, I was in that, oh my gosh, I'm going to kill myself. I hate everything, blah, blah, blah. So they took me there. It was like the most amazing vacation I ever had in my life. So then from then on, I was like, anytime when I got to a point like that, I just knew that I needed to go there. I needed to be, when I was a kid, I needed to go there. Now that I'm an adult, like I said, at a certain age, everything becomes your responsibility. Your mental health and your health, spiritually, emotionally, is what you make it. You have to literally train yourself. Like, you have to reparent yourself. And then hopefully you don't have kids yet before you do that, because then one day your kids are going to have to reparent themselves. Which, that might naturally be how everybody will have to do it anyway. You can have a good parent, a good life, and still like not feel good, I guess. But I definitely took to the hospital as like refuge of like what I now know is isolation. I didn't have that. Remember, I just told you I grew up the oldest of 6 in a household with a single mom. And her bills were paid. So guess where she was at all the time? Work. Right. But yeah, now that I'm older, I know whenever I get overwhelmed with something like that, I just need isolation. Even though I could tell my siblings haven't went through what I went through, like a dark night of the soul of like having to rebirth yourself and redo everything. So when I'm around them, it's like triggering. It's like, oh no. They're still like in the same spot. They're older, but they're like still in the same mindset that I had to heal from, away from them. So it's really hard for me to when I'm around them, which is rare, but happens sometimes. It's like, whoa. They haven't went through anything traumatic yet, which they have, but like not something life-changing, I guess, where they change themselves and they go to God, or they go to the them inside of them that's like the best version of them. I just bit that because I wanted it so bad, and it's not even that serious. But anyway, that's going to be my favorite thing to teach my daughter when she's here, is how to center yourself, how to get yourself into alignment and get all the outside noise away. I hope my daughter's like me, because I'm a very spiritual person. Like, I really need that part of my life to be like the most like looked after. And I feel like that's why from a very young age, all the adults would tell me, oh, you have an old soul, you're very mature for your age. And I would never get along with people my age because they were always full of drama and like ignorance. But you know, we all grow and learn differently. We're all going in different places in life anyway, have different destinies anyway, so. But yeah, make sure y'all vote for whoever you want. But do your research before you just pick. Because other people's opinion is simply that, other people's opinion. Y'all, I'm so ready to give birth, I promise you. I was out of town for about, like I said, 6 to 7 weeks. I was in preterm labor. I'm having a high-risk pregnancy, if anybody didn't like put 2 and 2 together or hear me say that before. But yes, once you lose a child, like, and have a stillborn anyway, you become high risk for the next baby. Or actually the rest of the pregnancies, because especially when they don't know why. Even though, me personally, because it's my life, well, in the last 2 weeks, before anything got weird, it was only 2 things that happened in my life that made me feel like something was wrong. And that was getting sick at a job I had just started at a daycare that had black mold and sick kids, and getting backed up into, rammed with a car in a cart, when I was at Walmart. Which both of those things happened like literally simultaneously at the same time. So, the doctors don't know, with evidence backed up behind it, without just like, oh, this is what you say happened, this is what happened, or whatever, but like, whatever. Anyway, I know what happened. But yeah, if you don't have a cause of death of why you had a stillborn, like logical medical sense of like, oh, you had high blood pressure, or the baby had like birth defects or something like that, which I was cleared the whole entire time with my pregnancy last year with my son. I was clear. He didn't have any birth defects. Nothing in his blood was, or my blood was like indicating something weird going on. There was no risk. But yeah, I've never been through something so traumatic. I'm not gonna say dramatic, but no, traumatic. I've definitely been through things more traumatic. Afterwards, everything that happened afterwards. Like I said, me and my child's father, which I'm married to him right now. This is his baby that I'm pregnant with right now, his daughter. Yeah, we had a lot of dramatic things happen right after our son died. Because you know how I'm talking about having a spiritual awakening and having like a coming of God moment. He has been on his journey of like having that happen, but he doesn't have anyone in his family who's had that happen enough to tell him about it, like in this new age spirituality like term of like events. So I've had to tell him about it, which is funny because I'm not even gonna say all of that, but it's funny. But yeah, that's how I know that none of this was a mistake. God had his hand in my life this whole entire time. And everything that seems like it's falling apart is actually just being rebuilt to be better. My life is 100% better than it was a few years ago. The people I'm around are much better. I love being around people who have like sense. And I especially love being around people who believe in God and believe in the actual power of God. A lot of people that claim to be Christians, mostly Christians actually, they are false claiming. Definitely false claiming. And that's why they like to throw around stuff like demonic and this is the only way. Oh, I can tell y'all a real good story time of my time out of town with my high-risk pregnancy. I was in Springfield. That's why I mentioned Sonia Massey earlier. I was in Springfield because that's the closest NICU, high-level NICU, because I was 25 weeks when I was going into preterm labor, which I was 25 weeks when I gave birth, when I delivered my son last year. But I was in Springfield, and tell me why, right before I heard about the Sonia Massey case, I had two experiences, starting with that Capricorn full moon, and then the second Capricorn full moon, June and July. I had two different types of like weird spiritual warfare, like evil people, evil entities, like encounter. And it was so crazy because the second one was really claiming to be of God and like for God and like Christian, right? And the first one was, both of them was like trying to help people supposedly. And yet, what I experienced there with the workers, I'm not going to say the whole entire organization, but like the workers, a couple of the workers, one of the workers, and some residents. People have demons inside of them. People have demons from life. People have prejudices that's still haunting them that they haven't healed from or made sense of. And they get scared when things start to feel like something that happened to them before, I guess. And they start lashing out. And it's weird because it's their own pretenses that made it like that. That's like Sean Grayson shooting Sonia Massey, because she said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, when he told her he was backing away from her boiling water. This is exactly what she meant by that. Why would he think I would do that? He's thinking that I'm going to do something. Like, that's weird. I rebuke that. That's exactly what that means. He said, no, you're not. And I was like, what? What? No, you're not what? She didn't say anything. But yeah. But one thing about life is it really is just what you make it. And that's why having your own self in alignment with whatever it is you want to believe, whatever it is you want to believe, be seen as, you have to do that work. You have to literally do that work. I've been on here for like 30-some minutes. I hate when it don't just come out. But that's because I've been eating it for 30 minutes. And it's cold. But it's good. Right now my stomach is growling. Or not, I don't know if it's growling, but it's like talking, basically. And I don't really know what that means. I don't know if my daughter like, girl, this is not enough. Because that's how she gonna be. Oh. My phone says it's on low battery, 20%. So I'm gonna get off here soon. Because I don't want it to die. Even though the charger literally like in the other room, but I like scrolling on TikTok. I ain't gonna lie, I like Facebook, but it get boring real fast because if I'm not friends with people, it don't come up on my feed unless it's like, I don't know, it's just weird. And TikTok got weird too. Like I said, COVID was the time. And it's funny though, because it's a new surge of people having their spiritual awakenings, and I could tell. Because all of a sudden, on TikTok, my timeline is filled with like new people trying to do tarot, new people like saying that those beginning stages of like finding the like getting out the matrix, basically. It's new people like having that beginning, like almost psychosis kind of like vibe. And I love that for them because I was just there 4 years ago. And there's so much growth to happen after that. And you don't even know, because that point is so much growth. It's a big step. It's like you were under the water. God was putting his hand, Jesus was putting his hand in the water, asking you if you want to come up. And you say yeah. And now you're in a whole new world. And since you're so close to the water at that time, you might want to go back into the water and tell other people, hey, look, his hand is out. Come on, y'all. But I'm going to tell y'all right now, if y'all, some of these people that's going through that newly, the calling is not for you to go. And especially in the beginning, it's not for you to get other people involved. It's for you to grow. It's for you. And you should be an example to other people once you get where you need to be, or once you keep going. And they see that you're all right. Something I've learned is people will come to you when they need you. If you help them prematurely, it's not going to work. It's not going to hit them as hard. It's not going to make sense to them if they're not ready. So, sometimes it's best for you to wait for people to ask for help. Because sometimes also they can turn on you when you're trying to help them prematurely and they're not ready to let that part of themselves go. You gotta step back a little bit. You can't let nobody take you out of the lifestyle that you're in. Because it took us a long time to get here. Not a long time, but it took us a lot to get here. It's just so good. I promise you. I saw this post on Facebook. I'm gonna get off here in a minute. I saw this post on Facebook that said, "I'm still crazy. I just have self-control." And I found that very funny because just the other day, I kind of felt something like poking at me, like a little trigger. Like that's the demon thing I'm talking about. Like it's so subtle and so small, and like you're the only one that understands like why you feel like somebody is trying to mess with you or like they're trying to trigger you, really, because it's so small and so like personal. It's big to you because it's personal, but it's small because it's like something small. But anyway, I thought about something that I would have did or could do while that person was trying to like think they was playing with me. And I thought it in my head and I saw it happening in my head like a visualization. So the visualization like was so real and so accurate of me being crazy doing what I could did, but I didn't do. And I started laughing in real life because it was so funny. And I'm like, yeah, I sure could do that. I could, but I'm not. So I thought that was funny because I'm like, I also see the ones where, excuse me, I also see the ones where it's like, I'm healing, not healed, so tread lightly. Mm-hmm. And I want to tell myself that I'm healed because I've healed a lot of things, but definitely I'm still in the field of being able to be tempted by Satan and the devil and the evil things and like the bad things in life. I'm still in that position to be around stuff like that. Not willingly, but like just in society. And I feel like I'm not going to be where I need to be healed wise. Or I don't think that I'll get there without getting as healed as I need to be. To the place where it's like I have this like euphoric life surrounding of like perfection, of good, heaven. But like I said in the beginning of this video, I'm definitely getting there. I'm definitely there. I'm definitely feeling it, and I'm almost there. I've done a lot of work. I've done so much work. And again, I've been put in situations since then, since doing the work, and I chose the right way. You feel me? All right, y'all, I'm finna get off of here. Anyway, I said I was gonna do a life update. That's big. This is basically my life update. I'm about to have a baby. Period. In my community thing, I did post my even though it's not like the real one, but I did post my registries on Target. It's Keirra in Barnell. And my daughter's name is Janelle. I also started her YouTube channel because I'm gonna put baby content on there. Hers, because it'll be something I could give to her one day. Her channel. And it's called Janelli Bean 07, I think, or Janelli Bean 7 or something. But it's Janelli Bean. I think I posted it on my community tab too, as opposed to. So if you want to see that, go check it out. I also got her YouTube channel, and it's also called Janelli Bean. So yeah. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. God bless everybody if you're here. And if you have ill intent, I send that back to you times 100. So stop playing with me. All right.